class, so today we're going to learn about partial products, and we're going to begin with this problem that I'm putting on the board. Now before we can understand this, we need to understand what the ones column is and the tens column is. So if I put a line in between here, this is the ones column and this is the tens column. So what a tens column is if you cover up these two numbers here, pretend like these are zeros, a 0 here and a 0 here. So 1, 0 is equal to 10, and 2, 0 equals to 20, 20 and 10. So this number is equivalent to 10, and this number is equivalent to 20. And then plus the 1 would be 21, and plus the 2 would be 12. Does that make sense? So now we're going to learn how to do the process of partial products. So to start, we're going to start in the ones column. We're going to do 2 times 1. What does that equal, class? 2. Very good. So we're going to put a 2 right underneath there. Now this is the tricky part. We're going to do 1 times a, what does this number equal again?
1.
No, because it's in the tens column. So what does that one equal?
10.
Very good. So 1 times 10 equals what?
10.
Very good. So we're going to put it right underneath here. So 1, 0. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this column over here. What is this number equivalent to? This is tricky.
20.
Very good. So we're going to do 20 times the 2. What is 20 times 2, class?
40.
Very good. So we're going to put that right underneath here. And then lastly, this is the last tricky part. We're going to do 20 times 10. What's 20 times 10?
200.
Very good, because there's 2 zeros here, so you just add 2 zeros to the 2 times the 1. So it's 200. So we're going to put that right over here. So now you're looking at all these numbers thinking, what am I going to do with it? Now, you're just going to add them all together, and that'll be your final answer. So 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, that equals 2. 4 plus 1 equals 5. And then 2 plus nothing is 2. So the answer is 252. So does anybody want to try to do it on their own? I do. Sydney? All right, well come on up. Let's give you a problem. Here we go. We're going to do 24 times 16. Do you want to do it in a different color? Okay. All right, so where do we begin, Sydney? Here and here. 6 times 4, correct? Do you know what that is? Very good. Now what's the next step?
6 times 2.
No, catch it. What is this column again?
Oh yeah, it's the tens column, so it's 6 times 20.
Very good. And what's that answer?
120.
All right, so now what do we do after that?
Now you do 10 times 4.
Very good.
And then 10 times 20 is 200.
All right, and the final step? $384, circle your answer?
Yes.
Circle your answer. There we go. Very, very good. And that is partial products.
Woo! Class,
Good morning, Mrs. Friel.
today we're going to be learning about partial sums. This is a different way to look at your traditional addition problem. So our first problem is going to be 34 plus 28. So instead of stacking them on top of each other and adding each side, we're going to look at it as a whole number and see what we can break apart to make things friendlier. So if we take 34, we know that 30 plus 4 would equal 34. So we can break it into a 30 and a 4. And we can do the same thing with a 20 and an 8. So our next step would be to take the 30 and the 20, because we know that makes 50. And then we can either take 8 and 4 and add them together, or we can make it even a little friendlier and take the 4 and break it up into 2 2s, because we know that 8 plus 2 is 10. And then we just need to always remember to add that extra 2 in there. And then we would take 50 plus 10, which is 60, plus 2 would be 62.
You got it.
Okay. Do I have any volunteers to come up here and try this problem?
Mimi.
Molly, that'd be perfect. So let's see what problem we're going to give you. 27 plus 53.
Okay. So I split the 27 into 20 plus 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 53 into 52 plus 1.
Well, 52 plus 1 would give you a 1 and a 52. But if we look at the 7 right here, is there anything in 53 that could make the 7 a little more friendly?
3.
Because that would make a 10. Perfect.
Okay, so it would be 50 and 3.
Yes.
Okay, so now I add 50 plus 20, which equals 70.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 7 plus a 3, which equals a 10.
Yep.
And then a 10, or a 70 plus a 10, which equals 80.
Perfect.
Yay!
Wow, that was great.